Big thanks for joining us once again. The program is Politics Today, and my name is Philip Omo. I still have the opportunity, to be joined by a legal practitioner, the Edo State Chairman, Nigerian Society of International Law, Notary Public of Nigeria, and of course, human rights activist, and the person of Patrick Esekwene. Good morning, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you, Philip. You are there. Happy viewing.
Well, the issues about the 2024 gubernatorial race in Edo State and all that transpired about the election tribunal delivering judgment in favor of the governor of Edo State, Senator Mondo Okpebholo, is what we're about. And it also went away from that, and the appeal court also gave another judgment that was also in tandem with what the tribunal delivered. But let's get your thoughts in all of this two judgments so far made. What are your thoughts in this? Do you see a democracy protected?
Yes. But Mr. Philip, I will just appeal to you.
Okay.
Just give me 2 minutes to digress on the just past discussion.
Okay. On the previous.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, what people actually, really, by now, you have gotten a country called Nigeria. It's not the practice step of the president, Tinubu. From swearing in, he made it, he started ground running when he said subsidy is gone forever. And that is true. He was not done that remove subsidy. Technically, like removed by Buhari. Something was for June. In our budget was not made for. That means it's dead, it's gone. Man is being honest. That is where the thing changed.
It wasn't the one that removed fuel subsidy.
Yes.
I don't want us to start this conversation again.
No.
There are burning questions that you are raising.
No, but I don't want to go more
that. It wasn't the one that removed fuel subsidy.
No, not at all.
But is it not in charge? Is
no,
it not the president?
Not like in charge.
And there's this statement that, well, if at all you want to take it away, there must be viable objectives on the ground that will help to ameliorate the plight of Nigerians. Because it's not for you to just take it away. Nigerians are not toys.
My brother, by Nigerian conduct behavior, you should know. When the fuel is higher, there's a hike in fuel price. I assure you, in the next 5 minutes, the fuel dealer will change. They adjust their prices. But there's a reduction. They say no. You should allow us to sell our fuel. We bought it at a higher rate. That is Nigerian. So no amount of excuse.
Okay.
That's their nature. So what I'm trying to say is that man has done so well that the previous administration borrowed recklessly. The president, so much money was borrowed. Then at the same time, even when we're living, our people were also given out in advance. The man has nowhere to start from. It is subsidy removal. They now have to increase the price, price that made him to have all this money to be able to start paying a standard debt. He tried.
Okay, but don't forget, he also borrowed some money.
No, I'm not saying that. So the way he started, he was able to clear most of our debt.
We got huge loans.
Yes, So, but
we don't want to talk about that.
I don't go and say for 200 billion. I'm not in support because first subsidy is a non-pay for Nigeria. It's a non-pay for Nigeria. And don't forget that when people come to say the suffering, the hardship, the president even know more than us. He keeps on saying something that I know the pain, I know the hardship. He feel it. In fact, but there's no way he can go back again by not to remove by restoring subsidy.
When you say the president feels what we feel,
yes,
are you saying that we are he also have this pain?
No, what I mean. No, by
because if you say you feel our pain, it means you also have the pain.
Yes, no, by what
can you say he has the pain?
He has the pain. He's the head.
He has the pain.
Yes. Oh, yes. So he's the head. He's not comfortable with it. He's not. Anywhere he goes, anywhere he travel to, a Nigerian problem.
Okay.
So he's also feel it.
So let's come home.
So the rich also cry.
Yeah. Let's come home. Let's look at this judgment.
Thank you very much.
By the two.
Yes.
The tribunal and of course the appeal court.
Yes, I think the tribunal. The thing they've done, even when they were constituted, and a lot of people talk about this tribunal. What are these men? Which come out that these are men of integrity. Both APC, PDP, other political parties have faith in the tribunal. But you don't talk the matter. Faith. Nobody commended them. You see, but the issue of trial is documented before courts. It is still what you file. Got to look at it. It's not what people talk aside. It's not what they say. It is what before them. They sat. They listen to the parties. At the end of the day, they adopt their brief and their address. At the end of the day, that is the end. Then they deliver their judgments. And so it was from the judgments, we were able to gather one or two things about how the matter went. But they tried the matter, we are not us. So at the end of the day, my shocking was that such judgment was not was considered judgment, not decent. To tell you how faith they have in that judgment. Not all of them concur that this is the position. This was signed. This was signed. It was not decent to tell you how they did a good job. It was not decent. Then you want to appeal such a judgment. So okay, let's go further. They want to appeal. Appeal judgment. Look at what the judgments of the tribunal.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they even discover that they even gave in short, but those people they even admitted in favor of the other party, PDP. Those people even admitted it. They even, so they even admitted it. So what I mean,
they were not what?
To admit the beavers
by
the lower court, with the PDP admitted.
Okay.
You understand me? They even scored run down PDP on that, but which tribunal admitted. I mean, they admitted it. So what I'm trying to say is that I will look at the OT holistically, the judgment. As I told you, it's a concept judgment, and they've seen it for a tight judgment, and they've seen it. They said they appeal lack merit. They did a nice job.
Okay.
They heard it.
But to your own perspective, because I'm about your perspective.
Yes.
Do you see the judgment as reflecting democracy?
Oh, of course, 100%. As you know too well, democracy, where Section 14 is there, that Nigeria shall be a country, built on democracy and social justice.
Okay.
That is the basis. And now let me tell you, when you talk of democracy, talk of election, who will decide who will hold offices. It is jointly done by the INEC and the court. The INEC is to conduct. They don't end there.
Okay.
Then now it goes to the court.
Okay.
The final decision.
You still have the floor.
Yes.
I said that to say this because there are some minds that believe that when cases of elections get to the court seem to upturn the mandate of the people. So what do you have to say in that regard? Because we want to see electoral justice. We want to see dispensation in judgments that will reflect, justice. Do you see this as typical in Nigeria?
Well, I think a lot of them do this out of ignorance. You see, there are rules and regulations that are called electoral acts guiding all elections. If you don't follow the due process as stated in the electoral act, that the election, no matter how best all people vote for it, now you have the vote, it will be set aside.
It will be overturned.
It will be overturned. You must play according to the rules. You are aware severally, there are sometimes people go to challenge matter. At the end of the day, the court will tell you it's the internal affair of the party. We don't want to cut into it. You must go by the rules. You must go by the rules. It's just like the issue of presidential election. You know, to top majority, 25% in each state. So if you score 70%, 50%, it's not their business.
All right.
But it's just 25%. You must follow. All you need is to touch. You follow the rules according to the game, not what the mass. They don't even know. So if you don't play according to the rules, at the end of the day, for example, now for presidential election, where it's going to win 25. I mean, 36 plus 1, federal capital 37. But the third is 25 states, which asks you to get it. Forget about the 12 states. Get it from any other state.
Okay.
Yes. So if at the end of the day, you have all the votes in those states. You will say because you won all the other states, now you lost the election. You now say, it was why you they played you. All right. So but you need to play according to the electoral game laws.
Okay. Well, that's the time for you to call in. Basically, we know the program is aired on independent television and, of course, on independent radio simultaneously, and it's all about you to shaping your thoughts, basically by being participating on this show. The numbers will be on the screen for us to join in the conversation, and we always urge you to be civil in your presentation. As soon as I get the number on the screen, I could be verbalizing it for our listeners on independent radio, and the number is 0807 777 0300. 0807 777 0300. Come on, keep your calls pouring at us, and we entertain them. But let's look at the way forward, because the party, the People's Democratic Party, isn't satisfied. They say they are going to the Supreme Court to get judgment. What do you make of the judiciary under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Can you say that you can trust the judgment under this present disposition?
Yes, I I must say without fear of evil intimidation that the judiciary, judiciary is very, very intact. Very, very intact. You can't intimidate them. The best way you can intimidate them is how you present your case, the document before them. That's all.
Are you saying that they cannot be politically influenced?
No.
By the executive?
No.
Because the books have it that one of the challenges that the judiciary has is that political influence from the executive. So are you changing that thought or no?
I said I don't agree with you. The judiciary is very, very intact.
I didn't say that.
Now, like, for example, let me give you an instance.
It's a public space.
Yes, let me give an instance. Yeah. This matter has been to Supreme Court. Yeah, it's been to Supreme Court. But for me, to do what? Excuse me, for God's sake. To go to Supreme Court. It's your right, prerogative to go to Supreme Court. You have the prerogative. It's your prerogative to go to Supreme Court. But if you look at what are you taking to Supreme Court? Because with the judgment at the Court of Appeal, even from the tribunal, it is crystal clear that it cannot fly. Because you're not going to the Supreme Court now to present no matter, no facts. It's what you already have here they're going to present there.
Okay.
What is new?
Okay, we seem to have a caller.
So what is new?
We'll get back to you. Good morning, caller.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, quickly tell us your name and where you're calling from and kickstart your contribution.
I'm your Godfrey. I'm calling from Edo village in the local government area.
Okay, you are. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, I love the way the two Lele fellows had their point. The first topic you discussed, I really agree with them. And there's suffering in the land. There's no doubt about that. And there was something the federal government promised. This conditional cash transfer. I wish they could do it. And they keep on announcing on radio that they have transferred also money to so household. The whole of my village, the whole of this local government, I don't even think anybody has received it. They wear the card. Then the issue of fuel subsidy removal. You see, the best way will be when you remove fuel subsidy, everything that moves passengers and vehicles and passengers and goods, it should have been on the large scale, mass transit. Mass transit is the only solution. By the time you see this smaller vehicle to commute passengers and goods, the cost will be very, very high. Mass transit, the money they are saving now, they should use it to link every state with railway. Please, this is the short comment I can give. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yoha, for your contribution. Okay, over to you. You still have the floor, Patrick.
Yes, I said, so going to Supreme Court, what is new? Because Supreme Court is not where you go to do adjudication.
Okay.
It's what you already presented, you are presenting there. No new fact, nothing will emerge. It's just for them to look at it. And I assure you, even not because of Nigeria, our behavior, once they adopt that brief, Supreme Court is not going to wait for that time. They are going to deliver judgment that very day. They are going to, because they just go to where the issue you raise. They've seen it, not to delay the whole thing. And that's the truth of the matter. So because they're not bringing any new fact, nothing new. So going to Supreme Court and say,
okay, but some have said that Nigeria is a cruise country where evidences are killed in court just to favor a certain political group.
It's okay. See, probably some of them talk out of ignorance, because this issue have to be when you are issue of your appeal, where the such a thing done, where they killed, you raise it. Let me tell you, just for example, let me give you an example so you understand me very well. Like when in presidential election issue, that now they did, the article that went to US trying to get the current president's results. Are you not aware? US was trying to get its results.
Yeah.
You understand me? When we were in Supreme Court, Supreme Court. For myself, what is he going to do with that result, those documents? Because they say it's against the Evidence Act. So because you cannot present any document during the pendency of a matter. It's dead. That's what you are doing. So I tell you to the Supreme Court, okay, what are you brought it to them to do what? Excuse me. So was it pleaded at the lower court? Did you use it? No.
Okay.
So Supreme Court throw it away, throw documented.
Okay, let's get
you cannot say now
another caller.
You cannot. It's okay.
Okay. Good morning, caller. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and make your contribution.
I'm calling from over here, actually.
Your name, please.
Solomon Ataga.
Solomon Ataga. Go ahead. Ventilate.
God bless you. When we are in government, we seem to have those that will speak that everything is okay. The question for Mr. President, you borrowing money when you see question savings cost. The money you are saving, can't you use it for the country? Then we are in a hardship. Your convoy still complete your convoy. House of Assembly still take home more than close to 9 million every month. The allocation is not being denied. Since you are giving excess money to the governor, don't you say how they have to call the governors in order or pay some more cost visit to see how they are using the money? How do they are playing the citizen? And people are coming and say the president is working, earning a good result. But where are the citizens? We are not really seeing the good results. Look at the issue of insecurity. Look at the issue of bad road. Like Sapleros that is working as mini P over 2 years. Where is the light? Where is the citizen? Where is the
Solomon Ataga, okay. Solomon Ataga, quickly make your comment. Make your comment on the appeal court judgment on the Edo Governorship race.
That number that Mr. Aswell should forget about the court case. All this money is spent. Go and use it to build boiling and ruin. We don't have water. So if you can do that, you must know rule. Because at the end of the day, who is the judiciary? Who played the high judge of the nation? Is it the president? Mr. Zappa Post is the president that will bring nominees and they'll give it to them. So that's why it's just wasting of time. You should use the money and repair his buildings. Close to his house, people walk miles before they drink water. That is Mr. Aswell.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Solomon Ataga. Thank you so much, Solomon Ataga. Well, you got what Solomon Ataga said as regards the appeal court judgment. Okay, let's look at it, because he also made comment as regards the fear that there is not going to be dispensation of electoral justice, even in the courts under the present leadership.
Under section 39 of the Constitution, our grand law, 2011 amended, he's right. He's entitled to his opinion. Like I told you, I stated earlier that the judiciary is very, very intact. It is what is presented before them they will decide on. Okay. That's the trite law. Okay. That document before the court. That's what they judge on, not what they hear. All right. Not what talk about. Like I told you last time, see, if you what most of the last time over issue of presidential election, from tribunal appeal to Supreme, I stated all. And all came to pass. I said 100 over 100. All right, thank you so much. I said it here. This one, it will not fly. Because it's the same thing that came to the market. It's the same product.
Thank you so much, Patrick Osekone. Thank you, Patrick Osekone, as the Edo State Chairman, Nigerian Society of International Law, and also in North Republic of Nigeria, and human rights activist. Big thanks for taking our time to be part of this. Well.